Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to our channel, Porch Wisdom. I hope everyone is having a wonderful, blessed day today. And I just want to talk today about we are better together. And what that means is just what the title says, we are better together. I had a conversation with some women of different ages, and I asked the question, are we better together than we are apart? And they were kind of puzzled until I went into detail more about what I was referring to. And I was talking about as a people, are we better together than we are apart? And I asked each and every individual woman what was their experience like in life. What were some of the things that they noticed versus back 5, 10, 15 years ago? What are some things that they like to see more of, less of, you know? And surprisingly, all the women pretty much said some of the same things in our conversation. And some of them were being respected, showing more love, and just taking the time out to acknowledge people, just letting people know that, there's no intentions behind anything. It's just love. And I think those three things are three of the topics that all of us could agree with and have shared and come across in our lives. And so we all agree that yes, we can be closer, we can be tighter, we can be more powerful as a people when we work together, when we come together, than when we're separated and not, united together. We can be a powerful force. But for some reason, we talked about why did we think that that wasn't happening in the world? Why are these things happening that we're noticing in the world? And you guys, some of you guys out there too, can chime in and let us know, what your intake is or your input is on this topic. But you have probably seen some things as well. You have probably experienced what we're talking about or what we shared yesterday in our topic. You have probably seen some of the same similar things as well in the world. But I don't know. We talked on it and it was just like we all agree, but for some reason we couldn't come to that one answer to that question. Why? Why are people saying pull yourself up by your own bootstraps? Why are people, and I say some people, let me acknowledge that, some people, not all people, okay? Majority, some. There are some people that are still out here doing the work of God, helping, loving, sacrificing, committing themselves, going above and beyond, going out of their way. I mean, yes, and that's why I said on one video, when certain people see this action, see this kind of character in people, they don't know how to receive it. They think it's something behind it. But as Christians, this is what we're supposed to be doing anyway. And so, yes, it's not all, it's just some. And these are some people that say they are Christians that make some people wonder, well, God, if that's the Christian behavior that Christians are supposed to be having, then I don't want no part of it. And so that was a question that was brought up. Why? Why is it that these things are happening? And the Bible speaks about it. We are in the last days. But we all agree that yes, we can be very powerful when we come together. Nobody can do not one thing alone. I mean, it don't matter what you're trying, what kind of task you're after. It don't matter what kind of career you're trying to pursue. It don't matter what kind of dream you're trying to fulfill. It doesn't matter what kind of grade you're trying to get in school. Everybody needs somebody to help them do something. And that's just the bottom line. No one person can do anything alone. And I don't know who that may require that you get your help from, but nevertheless, it's somebody. So we can't do anything alone. We need each other. And we are stronger together than we are apart. And until we learn that, I think that everybody is in some kind of fashion or form will be struggling to get where they're trying to get, to that next step, to that next level, to whatever it may be in life. It's going to be extremely hard because you're trying to do it alone. But we can't forget where we come from. You know, those that have succeeded, those who have climbed the ladder, those who are at the top, you know, don't forget where you come from. We all should never forget where we come from, because everybody is on a different step of a ladder. But I think we're all trying to get to the top of the ladder, which makes us have a lot in common. And so, but most times those that are not on that same step tend to get forgotten. And so we have to be better at that as a people. We have to be better. You know, we should want to have in our spirit the desire to help our sisters and brothers come up. You know, whatever that may be. You may have arrived, and that's great. That's great. Ain't nothing wrong with succeeding in life. You know, I think that's what God wants us to have, is have, you know, the best of the best, and not to forget your sisters and brothers as well, you know. And sometimes it's hard for people to help people while they're trying to come up that ladder as well, you know, because it might seem like an extra load, or it's a heaviness, or it's a burden, and you just can't do that because you're trying to climb up too. But that may be true for some people, but I guarantee you, though, it's probably not as much as you're putting into it. If you just took out just maybe a little bit of your time in a day, you would be surprised at how you helped that person, and it wasn't as hard as you thought it was going to be. And then once you've helped somebody, you'll feel good about, oh, well, now it wasn't what I thought, and I'm so glad that I did that and was able to do that, you know, because I made a difference in somebody's life, you know. But yeah, we talked about that topic. Are we better and stronger together than we are separated? And these are just things that, like I said, that we talked on for about a couple of hours, and could have went on a little bit longer, but of course we had to cut it short. But you know, they was just some of the women that you know kind of saw these things, but I can imagine how many other men and women out there that agree to this topic that wasn't in our conversation, but they agree that yes, if the world could just stop in such this chaotic and hectic world, and just really think about, how am I making a difference? Am I helping someone along the way? Am I really making a difference? Am I making a difference for my children? Am I setting the tone? Am I walking the path? You know, or am I just someone that's just trying to get mine and move on, and everybody else fend for themselves? Get yours, you know, I got mine. I mean, you know, sometimes we have to just pull back because the world demands so much of us. You know, we have so many things that we have to do. We've got places to be, you know, we've got to do this, we've got to do that. That sometimes we don't have time to just pull back and sit and think, what am I doing? What is my purpose here? What am I supposed to be doing? You know, at the end of the day, what does it all mean? You know, if I gain the whole world and lose my soul, what would it benefit me? What would it all be for? And so, you know, it was a good topic, you know, a topic that I think that was well overdue to be discussed. And, you know, sometimes you may have friends that you sit down at the coffee shop at, you know, and have conversations about things, and you find out where people are, you know, how they thinking, what they feeling. And you'd be surprised that a lot of people feel and think like you do, and that, you know, you're not the only one that think and feel like you do, you know. And it's just surprising how a lot of people see same things, they hear the same things, they observe a lot of things, similar things, and when you come together, it's like, wow. Yeah, wow, me too. I experienced that the other day, or, I've been saying that myself, and I've been noticing that. Yeah, yeah, So it's just for me, it's like confirmation. When you get a group of people together and you're on that same page and you're talking the same things, about similar things, it's just like, wow, that's confirmation. I thought I was by myself, or I thought I was the only one. Wow. So it was really a good conversation, but a very powerful conversation. I think that people need to know that, or be reminded. Maybe you do know, but maybe you just need to be reminded. Slow down a little bit and just observe that. Yeah, we are better together than we are separated. Just think about churches. If the pastor that's been called to pastor that church, he's going to be a better pastor if the sheep is working together with the pastor. Y'all all on one page. If you work for a company and your supervisor is working and he's needing the employees to come on board to work along with him or her, that's going to make the company run better. So anything that you do, it takes more than that one person. That one person needs help to make a thing go right. And I know y'all have heard that. There's a song that says kind of what I just said. It takes two to make a thing go right. And it may take more than two, but it definitely is going to take more than one. And so I think we just need to be reminded that, long are the days of wanting to pull your own self up by your own bootstraps, and you get yours and I got mine, and all of that type of thinking. I think we should just stop and think about, it's not about that. It's not about somebody having to prove who they are and trying to show you that, I can be better than you, and you gotta climb like I climbed. It's about, if you have it, you give. God gave to you so that you could be a blessing to somebody else. That's all it's really about at the end of the day. The world has taken that and just completely turned that thing around to make people to believe that you got to work extra hard and you got to. Yes, and I'm not saying that working hard for what you want is not good. I think you should work hard at what you want because it makes you appreciate what you work for in the end. But getting the help while you're working hard is what I'm referring to. It's no need in you having to do anything alone by yourself, especially if you have the capability of helping someone. Okay, that's that person's lack, but you got the answer to that person's lack. Why would you not fulfill that person's lack if you got it to give? I'm just saying, So we shouldn't have to prove, who we are. And I know that there are some people who want, people to help them and they don't want to work for anything. They feel entitled, to, you give me this, you give me that. I'm not. Yeah, there are some people like that too. But, I think you have to pray about situations. You have to be confirmed in your spirit and in your heart who you're supposed to help, who you're not supposed to help. But I don't even say that it's nobody that you're not even supposed to help. I think that you just have that discern in your heart. God will lay it on your heart who to help. Because I don't know anyone that God passed up and God turned away from. Even if that person received God or not, God was still helping that person. So even if you do something for somebody and you don't see how they helping themselves or whatever, they'll have to answer for that. But you do the right thing. You let God be God and you just be obedient. So today, guys, that was my topic. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Like I said, some of you can relate to this topic today, and maybe this is going to help somebody to just kind of pull back and think about it, pray about things more often, and let God lead them. But anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Please hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell, which will notify you for every video that I upload. And please comment down below. And please share it if you feel that this is worth sharing with someone. Again, I hope you guys have a wonderful, blessed day. Stay safe, stay warm, and I'll see you next time on the porch. Bye-bye.